Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dairy Talk Show. Guys, before you come in, I need you to wipe your feet outside, not on my white carpet. And that means I need you to hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button. If you're going to come over and watch, it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit the button. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, make sure your notification bell is turned on. You can also share this video, and I'm quite sure you all will have some comments about what you're going to hear and the interaction of what you're going to see. I'm here today to speak about Trish. My title is Trish, you have to do better. You have to do better, Trish. And I'm going to go into why I feel she needs to do better. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. A lot of us have already seen her lack thereof communication skills. And I want people to understand I don't dislike Trish. I think that Trish, I think she's a sweet person. I just think that she's operating through life with blinders on. But let me go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way. This is the Copyright Act of 1976 under Section 107. This is for fair use. It's my opinion, and everything is allegedly. This is news reporting, teaching, and all that good jazz. So I got that out of the way. Um, I want to make this quick. You guys know I like to get to the meat and potatoes of things. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I want to cite my source. This is the Love and Marriage Huntsville Instagram page. They posted this about 13 hours ago. So I want you guys to listen to what Trish's son is stating to her and what he has to say. Let me make this bigger if I can, because I really want you guys to be able to see it. That is not what I want. I'm going to have to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to put myself down to the bottom, but I really want you guys to kind of, I wish I could make it bigger. Let me see. I think that's the biggest I can get. Let's see. Y'all hold on one moment. I'm trying to make this thing. Okay, maybe that'll work. Well, all it did was make the comments big. I don't want the comments big. I want, y'all know I don't be on here that much. So let me see. I guess that'll work. Anywho, let's get it started. I want you guys to listen closely to what Tristan is stating to her and the lack thereof comments she has to say. Okay, let's listen.
At some point in time, I felt like I couldn't really talk to you.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Yeah.
Really, all it takes is communication. Like, y'all, we need to just talk it through. I feel like Ken also is kind of going just through a little bit because he's had to do a little bit. And
You're right. Because we be already on edge, so it's just, I agree. You're right, son. You definitely right. So hearing from Xavier that when Ken and I fight, it really hurts him, really bothers me and hurts me a lot. Like a lot. So I feel like there's something I need to fix, something I need to do to make this family better to where it was in the beginning. So I think it's time Ken and I have a talk.
Okay. I'm going to let you guys listen to that again, but I want to go ahead and put my 2, 3, and 4 cents into this. First of all, I don't even just let's get the vocal part out, the body language. Trish, you, Marquez, and Ken, but most definitely you and Marquez. I've seen him on numerous occasions have to pull Marquez back. He is a terrific young man. Trish, your eye contact and your body language is horrible. For you to sit there and state, I don't really even need this clip, even though, some people may say, well, you didn't get, that's just a little bit of it. I don't need to see this. I've made other videos about this situation when her and Ken got into it fussing and the son came down off the stairs. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that the dynamic in the household. Because Ken, I'm going to get to you in a minute. Trish, you stating a comment that you're going to go and talk to Ken. What you going to talk to Ken about? It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything, Trish. You you started this whole situation off wrong. You did. You didn't give yourself time or grace to get your mind, your body, your soul together. When you've been in a situation, you have to get that person out of your soul, your spirit. And a lot of people don't understand DNA. When you're with someone physically, their DNA is intertwined, and you're in both. Your DNA is entwined in them, and theirs in yours. But you're sitting there and saying, "Yeah, tension." I'm like, you can't even look your son in the eye. I've had multiple conversations. There's no book to tell you how to be a good parent. This is not about how to be a good parent. This is about communication, also making sure that you know your kids and their mental and anything comes first. You have a surface relationship, and this is my opinion, with Ken. You know, what are you going to go, like, you got to put your family first. This boy is a young man. Like, what are you going to do, Trish, you really, like somebody else said the other day. At first I was like, I don't know if she need therapy. You need therapy. You need communication. Because when you're talking to your son, you're talking to him, and he's more, to me, of an adult, have an adult conversation than you are. This is nothing against you, Trish. I'm just talking to you as a mother, as a woman of two young men. And there are mistakes that I've made in my past with them, but I've also corrected those mistakes. And I've had one-on-one conversations. And some people may say, well, you're not Trish, you haven't went through what she's went through. You don't know what I've went through. You don't have a clue what I've went through. And at the end of the day, as parents, we have to put our emotions, our wants, our feelings on the back burner. And sometimes I haven't done that. And then it bites me in the butt. And the people that have to suffer is the children that's under that roof. I don't understand what's going to change. What's going to change? He's finna go to school if he's not already in school. So kudos to you, young man, for having the know-withal to have a conversation with your mom, and even the look on his face. And I want you guys to hear it again, and then I'm going to talk to Ken. I want you guys to hear it one more again. One more time. Let me. Here you go.
At some point in time, I felt like I couldn't really talk to you.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Yeah.
Really, all it takes is communication. Like, y'all, we need to just talk it through. I feel like Ken also is kind of going just through a little bit because he's had to deal a little bit. And
You're right. Because we be already on edge, so it's just.
Why are you always on edge? Why? If you got to be in a relationship that you already on edge, mama, then you may need to sit down and write the pros and cons. If you can't get to the point in your mind, sometimes if you sit down and you write the pros and cons of why you in this relationship or whatever it is, sometimes you may need to do that. But if you're always on edge, that means your household is on edge. Your kids are on edge. Once again, this is the opinion of the Dear Reed Talk Show, no one else's.
I agree. You're right, son. You definitely right.
Look how he looking at her. Look how he looking at her like, really? Like, really? You ain't even looking at me. Really?
So hear from Xavier that when Ken and I fight, it really hurts him.
It takes your child, your young son, your young man, the son, to tell you that when you and Ken fight, it really hurts him. Trish, you cannot tell me that this is really the pinnacle point of when you acknowledge that. Okay.
really bothers me and hurts me a lot. Like a lot. So I feel like there's something I need to fix, something I need to do to make this family better to where it was in the beginning.
Okay, that's the point I wanted to get right there. She says she wants to fix something she needs to do. She don't know what, but to fix the family so it could be the way it was in the beginning. There was never a beginning. There was an overlapping. There was never a beginning. You guys said it yourself that you've had turmoil. You guys have fallen, broke up, do this, did that. It was never a beginning, Trish. Never, 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 never. Okay, let me go ahead and let her finish because I think she was pretty much finished.
So I think it's time Ken and I have a talk.
And what are you guys going to talk about? Oh, he said this and he said that. But let me read some of these comments. One person say he's looking at her and she's looking at the ground. Another person say Ken is no, he is not every woman's dream, baby. You must be hard up. He's such a gentleman. This person say he is not. She is not the best communicator. Work on that. One person say you need to fix you. Another person say their son is really a sunshine. That's how they put it. SONSHINE. He seems to have. He seems to be the voice of reason for both mom and dad. I said that too. Oh wow, this is a lot. Let me read this, and this is the last one. The person says she sucks, like all caps. And she's great at deflecting. It's annoying to watch. She's so closed off from her feelings. And don't get me wrong, there is a good side and a bad side to this because it's getting to a point where when this is how they wrote it, where when she has a deep conversation, it is as if she can't handle it. What the person is saying to her. She doesn't know what to say nor how to really engage or empathize with the other person. And you know, for me, I'm gonna stop right there for a minute. For me, and I think those that doesn't make her a bad person. That just shows that she has some things, a lot of things that she needs to work on. And it's pouring over into her family and into her life. So you can't really help other people, including your children, your spouse, your man, or whoever, until you have yourself centered. You know, that's how I feel. Um, let's see here. Oh, okay. Da-da-da-da. In this moment right now, it's because the person she's talking to is her son. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because of the cameras. She doesn't want to say too much, but Trish has been showing this side of her. And it is so detaching. One would think she's not even really listening. It's all going in one ear and out the other. The only time willing to speak is those damn confessionals. But even if you look in, let me stop for a moment. Even if you look at her confessionals, she doesn't look at the camera all the time. She normally looks down. So I think that's something that she just does across the board. Confessionals, and that's even sadder because look, I'm reading this because I want to say because the person said cause. So y'all work with me. Confessional, that even sadder cause that's all after the fact. She had time to sit there and actually think about what she should have already said in that moment. And it goes on and on and on. Another person say he's arguing with the kids around, and it goes on and on. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. So for me, what I want to say to Ken, at this point, Ken, you're very self-centered. Do I think you could be a good guy? I'm quite sure you could. But at the same point in time, you want to show up Marquez and show that you're the better man and you can be the better parent and a better this and better that. But you're really no different. And you're actually causing more harm because you, through the years, have consistently argued in front of the children. So you think buying or giving things is going to dilute the sting of it all? It's not. It is not going to dilute the sting of it all. All you're doing at this point, for me, her son is a better man because you and Marquez are males. He is a better man because I'm hoping this won't taint him and it won't really really taint him for his oncoming relationships and things in the future. Because for me, Ken, if you really wanted to understand what it takes to be a father or a dad, regardless if it's blood or not, you would have came in and did the things that Marquez did not do. You just did yours in a louder way. Marquez did his in a how can I say this? He Marquez was his way was, oh, I'm going to detach, I'm going to leave, I'm gonna disappear. And he did his more in a silent way, and silence hurt just as well as the voices, the arguing. You know, what child wants to hear their mom be belittled or put down or I don't understand this. What I don't understand, Ken, you think that you're the better man, but at the end of the day, the measure of a man or of a father is not about just how he takes financially care of the household. It's about how the people that you're supposed to, and it's called the three P's, to protect, to profess your love, and to provide. If they don't feel protected under your roof, then your measure as a man, you could be a billionaire, but your wealth is garbage. Your wealth is garbage. To me, the measure of a man is how he protects his household, how he professes his love and what he does and how he shows and how he provides for his household. If a man is not doing those things, then he's not a man, he's a male, and you're a tyrant in your home. You are a tyrant in your home. Can it be fixed? I'm never going to say never because God gives us chances. But if you're not doing those things and you're not showing her son how to be a man and not a male, not how to act, then you're no different than even like Maurice. You know, I don't understand why y'all think that, oh, I'm paying the bills, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. She can do that by herself. She can do that by herself. We can do that by ourselves. So at the end of the day, for me, Ken, you need, if it was me, you're not going to do it because you're all about pretenses and prompt. And you want to, give the illusion and show that you and Trish are this power couple. You guys are, building your bodies. If you and Trish put the work into your family and into your life the way you put into building your muscles, you guys, there's nothing perfect, but you guys would be better. If you put all the effort into the relationship, making sure you guys go and get the help you need and y'all better your communication, because it doesn't matter what Trish says to you, it's not going to change because both of you guys need to do the work. I've had to do the work and I'm still doing the work. Being in a relationship, regardless if you're married or not, it's work. You have to pour. That's like if you have a flower. If you do not nurture that flower is going to die. So these are the views of the Dear Reed Talk Show. Guys, if you didn't hit the like button on your way coming in, please hit it on your way going out. I said this was going to be short, but sometimes I get on my tangent. I want to hear y'all comments. I want to see what you got to say. And how do you feel? Hopefully they'll give a lot more. I wasn't planning on watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, but if this clip is going to be on there, I'll see. But I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to fast forward through it. And if it's on there, then I'll come back and I'll, say some more on this. But, for me, Trish, the buck stopped with you. You are their mom. You brought Ken into their life. The buck stopped with you. And now you're saying you want your family to go back to the way it was. It was never a point where you guys were in sync. Your children was young, so now they're older and they have voices. But when they were younger, you were making all the decisions. Till next time, I love you guys. Don't forget to comment. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anywho, peace and soul. Mwah. Have a great Friday. Love you all.